Plaintiff Maurice Jensen says the defendant dated his daughter for 5 years. And early on, he noticed the defendant had violent streaks. Maurice claims the defendant would call his daughter names. And he even saw bruises on her body. And Maurice is suing him today for car damages. Defendant Jason Edwards admits that his relationship with Maurice's daughter was not good. And they argued often. But he insists he never laid a finger on her. Jason claims he broke up with Maurice's daughter after he went to her house and she was there with 2 strange men. Jason believes Maurice is suing for more than he owes.
Start with you.
Okay, Your Honor, I just want to give you a little bit of history of their relationship. They started seeing each other seriously for 5 years or so. And, me and my wife kind of took Jason in as a part of our family and everything. We have 2 grandkids with them and stuff. And then we started seeing a pattern of violence and breaking of furniture and
When did you start
name
seeing
calling.
that?
Pardon?
When did you start seeing violence towards your daughter?
Probably around 1.5 years, 2 years ago, at another apartment they had. And
What type of violence toward her?
just breaking furniture, breaking doors in, stuff like that. That kind of went away for a while. And I've seen evidence of bruises on her arms and stuff too. And
Did she ever tell you he was beating her? Or...
She never told me that, but when I asked her, she would never say yes or no. And she's my baby daughter, and I love her very much. And we tried to work really hard with Jason, and but this it's just getting old. This type of behavior that he's been showing towards my daughter, and sometimes myself and my wife, and it's just unacceptable. I'm not going to put up with it anymore.
Have they broken up?
Yes, sir. About 2 to 3 weeks ago.
Sir, let me hear from you. You have anything to say?
First of all, I would like to say I've never laid a hand on Sarah at all. True, like
That's not true, Your Honor.
Let him finish. Pardon?
Things would get heated. She would yell at me, scream at me, and everything, and then I would just, most of the time, I would just walk away, and she just gets mad, yell at me, follows me down the street, yelling at me before as she has. The relationship with Sarah has not been good at all. I sit there, I work hard to take care of her and our kids. A boy and a girl, 1, and my son just turned 2, I'm sorry. I sit there, I work hard to pay our bills and everything, and with little to no help at all from Sarah.
Your Honor, may I
Let
say
him
something?
finish, sir. He didn't
Okay.
interrupt you one bit.
The whole time that we've been together, she makes me out to be this bad guy that I'm really not. I would pay bills, and she would go to her parents and, oh, I need money to pay this because Jason's not paying this, not paying this. And I go, well, if I'm not paying this, why am I always broke? I make way enough money to pay our bills and have more than what I have, and I have nothing.
You have a good job.
Yes, I do. And she just makes me out to be the bad guy, and I'm tired of it. The reason me and her broken up is I come home, and she's sitting there with her friend and 2 other guys. She's just saying, oh, they're just friends, they're just friends. They're just friends, and why are you trying to hide them from me? They're just friends. Why are you going to, oh, I'm going to call the cops if you come in here. If
Where
they're
do you
just
get that
friends,
from?
She said she was going to call the cops on me.
If you come home,
Yes, if I come home, she's
and
going
she
to call
got
the
2
cops.
men in there?
Yes, her and her friends. And then she keeps saying,
Did you
oh,
hear
they're
that
just
story? Says you
Yes,
got
Your
all
Honor.
this
That's
information,
not
huh?
true either, Your Honor.
How you know?
She had, because
How?
she had 2 friends, male friends,
Yeah.
and a female friend in there. So there was,
So, okay, couples. And?
yeah. No, there weren't couples.
They were
They're
2
friends.
and 2 women and 2 men.
I have friends too that are women.
All right, what were they doing? Reading the Bible? They were
I
having
don't-
Bible study?
It's possible. I don't know, Your Honor. All I'm saying, it got blown out of proportion.
He comes across as very sincere, sir. Now, I don't know if he gets so upset that he destroys the property or whatever. I hope you aren't putting your hands on this young lady, but he definitely comes across today like he's decent enough man to take care of his family and do as he says, pay the bills. And if this woman, your daughter, has 2 men in the house when he comes home that he doesn't know, and then tells him if he comes in, she's going to call the police on him where he is paying the rent.
Your Honor, may I say something, please?
I want to see some evidence because he sounds sincere and he is the person directly involved. You are a third person that is told whatever your daughter wants you to know.
That's not true,
And
Your
you
Honor.
know, so far, you've admitted to knowing she had two strange men in there.
They weren't
when he
strange
comes
men.
home. Oh, he knows them?
They were friends.
Does he know them?
This is my first.
Does he know them?
I don't
They
know.
were two,
I don't
then
know.
they were two strange men in his house. Go ahead, sir. What are you suing him about?
I'm suing him for destruction of a property of a 2003 Ford Escape. He slit the passenger side tires and did $5,500 worth of damage to the
I
paint.
told you I believe you destroyed some property. Go ahead.
And
I knew that about you. I could tell that about you. I told you, I got a little insight to folks. I know what you're doing, won't do. I believe he'll pay his bills, but I believe he'll destroy some property too. Particularly if he come home and there's two strange men in there. Go ahead.
text messages, and I have photographs and estimates of the damage that was
Sir,
created.
did you destroy this man's property?
Yes, Your Honor, I admit that I have destroyed the property. I was also, like he said, I texted him right after I got done doing it, told him I'm sorry, this is what I did. I was mad because I come home, like you said, and that happens, but I don't believe I owe him that much. I told him that I can get it
This
fixed
was the
after
incident
that.
when you came home to the
Yes.
men?
Yes.
He also kicked in the apartment door and then
He
screamed.
wouldn't let, why? Why did he kick in his own door?
Because
Because she wouldn't let him in with two men in there. Give me your bill, sir. And these text messages. Who you think she won't let him in his own house. They got two men in there. And Your Honor, he kicked in his own door when my daughter had two strange men in there.
because of his violent activities in the past. That's why she was scared to let him in, Your Honor.
Not because she had two strange
No.
men in there. Sir. So let's just leave this alone. Let's just leave this alone. The young man has admitted that he did it. So, are these the text?
Yeah, they're the colored paper. Them are the screenshots.
Don't try to get racial. What you say?
Your Honor,
I was just having fun with you there.
Your Honor,
Just having a little fun with you there. We
Yeah.
lighten up a little bit here.
Your Honor, I have
Yes, sir. What were you gonna say, sir?
I have
I'm
two-
trying to lighten it up because you done made the man look like a demon, and your daughter got two men in there. What were you gonna say, sir?
Your Honor, I have two beautiful grandchildren that are half black and half white. I don't think I'm racial, and Jason
No. Y'all
would
was just
probably
kidding
admit
when
that.
you said the colored paper. That's what I was referring to. I'm just having a little fun with it. I know you're not. I never got that impression of you, sir. I don't have
I
that
hope not,
impression
Your Honor.
at all. You seem to be very open and non-discriminatory. That subject didn't come up. I don't get that impression from you now one bit.
As a matter of fact, Your Honor, I took a picture of Jason the last time he was over at my house, and I sent the picture to my daughter, and I put in the text part, my son, Jason.
Okay. No, I believe you all have a sincere relationship. I do believe
I
you
do
have
have
a sincere
feelings for him.
relationship. And if I were you, I'd be defending and believing whatever my daughter tells me too, quite frankly. I'm gonna believe whatever she tells me over what her man tells me. Particularly if you done kicked in the door. Daddy, those were long-term friends. We went to high school together. I've known them forever. I'd be like you too, sir. In fact, you better than me. Than I would have been. Destroyed man, you better than me than I would have been too. All right, so I'm reading this. I'll listen to you. Listen to him. I'll give you my whole checks and even more. Why you gonna get a man more? If you want me, I'm in the garage. I'm sorry. So you hiding in the garage?
Well, no, Your Honor, after she kicked me out, I didn't have nowhere else to go, so I was in the garage, so.
He's harmless and he's a decent man. Now you better take a second look at this daughter of yours. I know you're gonna stick up for your daughter. I would also, but I still, if I knew my daughter had a good man, I wouldn't quite believe everything she said. But nonetheless, I'm gonna grant you your judgment. He admits to doing it unless you have a defense.
The only defense I have is I offered to him that I could fix the car for less than what he was saying. Actually, after he told me that he wanted him to fix it, he didn't want me to fix it, I just let it all go.
All right, $3,500 is your judgment. Sound like you all can continue to get along, and I hope you do so because you share bloodline now.
Yes,
Your grandchildren and his children. So there it is. Have a good day.
Thank you,
Judgment
Your
for the
Honor.
plaintiff.
Thank you. I hope all this is done and over with, and I hope we can get along for the kids. I'm sorry.
I do too, Jason. I love you, man.
Love you too. Thank you.